Good day, everyone. Happy New Year, wherever you're watching in the world. International viewers, I know you're watching this because this is about the first ever World Obstacle OCR World Championships. They have yet to put on a World Championship event. We are very much looking forward to me not speaking correctly. We're looking forward to this one. The entire OCR industry is like, okay, these guys have been talking for years, and now they're finally going to put a world championship event on. It is in Belgium. We have Ronnie Hoffenboom from Belgium on the line. He works for World Obstacle / FISO, as you're going to learn. And then I also have Dirk Schramme, my old buddy from the Dutch Mudmen, because he is in that part of the world. He is in the Netherlands, which is just north of Belgium, and he is familiar with this venue in this part of the world, and he knows Ronnie, and so I brought him on to help me ask some questions. And yes, this video is quite long. Well, usually with these interviews, we like to keep them tight and short for you, but we cover everything. What happened with the venue announcement? What's the prize money going to be? What is the obstacle difficulty going to be? What's the obstacle completion rules? We covered it all, and so you're getting the whole thing, and I hope you enjoy it. Happy New Year. Learn a lot. Take notes. Ask questions in the comments. Away we go. Let's start with the announcement of the venue. You had told we knew the country announcement since August. And was there a mix-up in the with the social media team, or what exactly happened there, so we can clarify where the race is?
Well, I found a page on the website of World Obstacle with the exact location. I thought I missed a newsletter or something, so I put it on the blog, and then I got a text message, an email, a phone call that the location on the website was actually not the location of the World Championships. So yeah, that happened yesterday.
I can explain why, if you want to know.
We would love to know. We're here to get clarity.
No, we started at Ghent, which is with a T on the end, Ghent. And then we started talking with the guys from Strong Viking. And but then again, it could not work with the guys from Strong Viking, and also it couldn't work with Ghent. But that was our first document. Our first information was all about Ghent. But then afterwards, by coincidence, we came up with another city called Genk with a K, which is like 200 kilometers from separated from each other. It's a completely different area. And then somebody mixed it up, and I think it, to be quite honest, I think it was Ian had mixture those two things up. So that is why the wrong information became on our website. So sorry for that, but we clarified it. So Dirk, thank you very much for that.
Now.
Yeah.
Okay, so Ronnie, what is your role throughout the year? But this announcement was made in August, but what were you doing prior to that? What is your job in sport, I guess?
Well, actually, I am vice president of the competition committee of World Obstacle.
Okay.
But I'm also the vice president of the Belgian Federation.
Okay.
Now, the thing is that when we were in Italy during the summer, during the European Champs, we did not have any idea where the next World Championships are going to be, because it was planned to be in Russia. And then what was I was telling about you? Well, yeah, we were in Italy, and then we came up with the idea, what are we going to do for the first World Champs 23? And I said, you know what? We will do it ourselves. We will do it within our organization of World Obstacle. And we will have Belgium as within host country, host, how do you say that?
Host country, sure.
Host country, yeah, whatever. So and that is how we became to do it in Belgium. So and since then I had quite less sleep and doing lots of things for a World Obstacle.
And do you have a regular like day job outside of FISO?
Yeah, I do work as event manager for several other events, mostly sports, and actually I am specialized in food. That is what I do. How can I say that? They call me the food expert. That is what I
Okay.
do. Yeah,
Okay.
I work for a gigantic, big company, which provides shops for food, and I select them. Then that is what I do for a day job.
You select them.
I select them for them. Yeah, that is. I decide what they are going to sell next year. That's my job. Taste a
So
lot.
have you seen Breaking Bad or Better Call Saul?
Yeah, I know. I saw it.
So are you that guy?
No, I'm not that guy.
Do you know who
No,
I'm
no,
talking
no, no.
about?
No. Yeah, definitely.
Okay,
I
so
saw it.
tell people who I'm talking about so they understand.
Okay, it was quite bizarre though. Correct?
Yes,
Okay.
the German guy.
The German guy who wasn't he cutting strange things off, eating human flesh and stuff? Was
What?
it?
What are you talking
No, no,
about?
no.
You're
No,
talking about
am I
some completely
mixed up?
different show.
Okay then.
So in Breaking Bad, okay, the guy Gus Fring runs El Pollo Hermanos, right?
Hermano.
Right.
Okay, okay.
And there's a parent company in
Mhm.
Germany called Madrigal, and there's a scene where they show this big, huge company. They have the testing kitchen for like 10 different fast food places or quick serve places. So he walks
Okay.
in and he tastes what do you think about this sauce? This is the tangy one. This is the nuts. This is the barbecue.
Dies hier ist eine neue Konzeption und wir finden sie echt prima. Halb French Dressing, halb Ranch. Wir nennen es einfach French.
That's
Yep.
what I'm talking about.
That is what I do. I taste a lot.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
So you're exactly like the guy from
Mm,
Madrigal Electric.
as you wish.
Okay. So the events company that you work for
Yeah.
is called what?
As- No, I work as an independent.
Okay, so it's like a fun thing for you.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so let's pull this up. So what Dirk sent me, okay, Dirk Schama sent me this company called Galazzo.
Golazzo. Yeah, Golazzo is our, let's call it a sports partner. They organize several other big competitions like European champs, world champs, bike races, marathons. That is what they do. It's a sports bureau, or I don't know how you say that in English. It's an organization. So, and those guys are our partners because they got a lot of how do you say that, tents
Experience?
and no, not just the experience, because we also got the experience. They do got a lot of obstacles. They organize their own obstacle races, but those obstacle races are for not competitors. It's just for fun. But they built this really gigantic and cute and fun obstacles. So what we will do is that on the second weekend of September, they will organize their own, it's called Spartacus Run, on
Okay.
the exact same location.
Okay.
And then it is really huge. They got like more than 7,000 participants.
Okay.
Yeah, and then so afterwards we will break some of the obstacles. We will break them off, and then we put some other more technical obstacles, like for example this one. You see this one with the ropes.
Can you hear that?
No, but I can't see. I see it, and I've done it. You see, Spartacus series.
Okay.
It is fun.
So
This one. You see with the ropes.
Yeah.
You
So
have
we're
to-
looking at some very nice obstacles,
Yeah.
some very well built obstacles.
Definitely.
Sponsored by a drink company called AA Drink, I guess.
Yeah, and the AA does not mean that you don't use alcohol. It's not
Correct.
the AA club. Let's
Right. It's
be
not.
sure.
It's not
No,
Alcoholics
no.
Anonymous.
And
So here's the video from 2019, and this is the same venue. This is Genk, correct?
yeah,
Or do you say Henk? How do you say it?
Genk with a K.
Okay. So
And we will use the same venue, the same area, but we will adapt something. You see this building? This is where we're going to put the laser shooting in the building.
oh, that's what everybody can't wait for, the laser shooting.
Yeah.
We can talk about that in a minute. So what I already looked at this video, and what I liked is there was a swim, there was a lot of different stuff. And so is that what we expect the World Championship to be? This is a big water slide.
Yeah,
now
we
we're
are
in
going
water.
to use the water slide in the reverse way. You have to climb it up instead of sliding down. It's
Okay.
a little bit difficult.
Sounds less fun, but
No, it isn't.
you're
It will become a little bit difficult, but then again, it's
up a
World Champs.
slide versus down a slide is less fun. You can't tell me it's not. I mean, that's
It's not a kindergarten. It's supposed to be. Yeah, you see, like these things, these are just for fun, but we won't use them. It's just for.
these are like basic obstacles you're saying.
Yeah, exactly. And we are going to remove those, and we are going to replace others with more technical obstacles. We are going to work together with people from Spartan. We will build walls. We will build extra technical obstacles with Climber, which is Belgian company, Hannibal's Crossing, probably Rick, Dirk knows Rick very well. He's also
yeah,
from
Urban
Holland,
Sky.
Urban Sky. So that is what we are going to do.
I would rather go down a slide than shoot a laser pistol, but I understand you guys want to do this Olympic
But-
laser pistol thing.
You're old
But
school, man.
Yeah, you're old school, and you're welcome to come the week before that. You can slide as much as you want.
Maybe I will. Maybe I'll come the week before.
Yeah, exactly. Because we are going to put the 100 meters the week before. Yeah, and that's the first time we are going to have the 100 meter competition. Actually, the
A week, but
official
but
week before. Yeah.
isn't it from 14 till 17 of September?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. But the guys from Golazzo, they really wanted to have the 100 meters because it is quite spectacular. It's. Have you saw it, Matt? The 100 meter, which is quite new.
Well, wait a minute. So the 100 meter won't be a part of the adult world championship?
Yeah, it will be. But we will place it a week up front, so that they can participate also just for fun for those who want.
Right, but no one's
And-
gonna. But people can't travel for like 2 weeks though.
No, but that's not the intention. Because now we also got something extra, which is new. It's called the Triple Crown.
Right,
Probably heard of it.
right.
Now, in the Triple Crown, you have to participate in 3 different venues, obstacles,
Right.
whatever. So, and the first one, it is the 100 meters.
Right. Do you want to know what the second one is, Dirk? Do you know what the second one is? The Triple
I
Crown.
guess World Stuff is Mother.
World Stuff is Smutter because that makes perfect sense, right?
The other extreme, from 100
Oh,
to.
hang on, we forced him to drink. Hang on, he's nodding off on us. So let's
he-
let's
is he
back.
go-
Let's before we get into the Triple Crown. I just want to give people information here. So the weekend of the World Championships, okay?
Yeah.
Is October,
No, September.
September what?
September the 14th. No, the opening ceremony is at the 14th. So it is Friday the 15th, 16th, and the 17th of September.
Okay, so 3K short course on
Yep.
Friday,
Friday, exactly.
15K Saturday,
On Saturday,
team race Sunday.
team race Sunday, exactly.
Okay.
And on the Sunday afternoon, we got the open race, which you are invited, Matt, and then probably you can slide down.
I would love to slide down. So this other 100 meters,
Yeah.
Dirk was saying it's only teenagers or it's adults too?
No, it is for adults.
Okay.
But it's not in the weekend of the World Championships.
It is also in the weekend of the World Championships, but not for everybody. During the weekend of the World Championships, it's just for those who are qualified to use the 100 meters. That's a big difference. And the week before, we will have maybe our national championships. Belgium, maybe even Dirk, why not have the Dutch championships on the 100 meters the week before?
So,
Yeah. Okay.
So you will have had to have qualified at a nation's 100-meter race to make it to the World Championship. It's not
Exactly.
open.
No, it's not open. It's not open for everybody. No,
Okay.
you have to qualify.
How many countries will be putting on a 100-meter championship?
110.
110 countries.
We got 110 federations. We got
Ronnie.
Yeah, I know. I can count.
Ronnie.
Because that is what you are going to say.
110 federations, okay, is one thing.
Yeah.
Now 110 federations have to put on 110 events sometime in the next 58 weeks, 60, whatever that is.
It's up to them.
Okay,
they
so
don't
that's
have,
right.
They don't have to do it. Like, for example, Matt, Gibraltar. Ever heard of Gibraltar?
But I'm asking you a question. You didn't say we have 110 countries. We don't know how many are going to do it. When I said how many championships are there, you said 100. So that's what I'm asking. How many do we think we're going to have? That's what I'm asking.
Oh, your son is playing with a ball after you.
Yes, River.
How many do you think? How many? Because some federations are just like 3 guys that decided to do a federation in a tiny country.
To be quite honest, I think tops 40, 50.
Okay, well, that's the question I'm asking. We're just here to get information.
Then this is the answer.
Okay, I'm not attacking. I'm not accusing. I'm just trying to get the facts.
No, it is because it is quite new, though.
Right.
Yeah.
So
people from Poland and Italy, they're very, very good at it. People from the Philippines, let's not forget them. Philippines, they did it a few times already. So it is quite popular in those areas. Yeah.
Okay. So it sounds like you already have more in terms of infrastructure than you've had in a while. If you've got you have an event company and you're working with what are they called? Gazokli? What are they called? Galazzo.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
I think that's what people want. People want experience.
Yeah.
So I think that's a healthy sign. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
What do you, Dirk? You think so? Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. But it's the first time. So.
What do you mean by that, Dirk? It's the first time.
First World Championship.
It is the worst. Yeah, exactly. But we do
the worst. No, the first, not the worst.
No, but we do got. Let's say that
of course,
it's not the first time that we organize this big competition. No? In Europe, we had several European competitions before, so it's just the infrastructure and everything should be moving smooth and gently and yeah. I won't expect any problems.
No, that's good.
Well, I trust Dirk's opinion because I know he's spent a lot of time over there and done a lot of the events. What is your relationship with the people putting on the event in Hungary, the Euro Champs in June?
What my experience to that, or my opinion, or what's the exact question?
What is World Obstacle? You just talked about how all the infrastructure that's taking place for the World Championships. Does you know what they have going on for the Euros?
Yeah, of course I do. But I work for World Obstacle, which is global, and the European competition is organized by the people from Hungary with the people from the European board. And so we got the Pan American Games. We got we got in Asia. We got other big competitions, but for Hungary, they use the same rules as we do.
Okay.
Yeah, and from time to time we have a meeting. If they have questions, we give them answers. It's not all clear all the time, but because it changes a lot, rules are changing.
And I know that this is going along this Olympic track, which isn't necessarily about money, it's about medals. But will there be prizes? Will there be cash awards at the World Championships in Belgium?
Yes.
Okay. Do we know what those are yet?
I do.
Okay. Would you like to inform the world of what that is?
Yeah, I could. I don't know who's listening. No, the idea is to give $5,000 for gold.
Okay.
Now let's check because I don't
When you
know
say
the price.
dollars, US, not
US
euros.
dollars. Yeah, it's quite similar. It isn't that a big difference. I think I'm not sure. I would say I think it is 2,500 for silver and 1,250. Excuse me for my calculation. $2,250 for the bronze medal. But there is money. There we got a budget from, let's say, between 70 and 75,000 dollars, US dollars, for using prize money. But it's all about the medal, Matt. It's not about the prize money.
Okay. I mean, why give any away then if it's not about the prize money?
No, but I think we should reward the elites for their efforts, for what they're doing, for their traveling, for, I think it is fair. But the idea is that the Olympic idea is that everybody should compete for the medal, and considering that there is prize money, it's okay. It's something extra. They're not professional anyway. Otherwise, we would pay a lot more, but we can't. It's just that we don't have that money.
No, I think 5,000 for first is acceptable. I think that shows that you're making the effort. Does the money for producing the event and prize money, does this all come from the member federations, or is like Gazalto, are they donating as like to be part of it? Or?
Yeah.
Sorry, Golazzo. Are they like, in kind donations because they want to be a part of it, or how does it work?
We got sponsorships, yeah.
Okay.
We do got sponsorships, and we do got partners who support us, and of course we got the money from the inscriptions, and that is what we should use for it.
Yeah. Registrations.
The registrations, exactly.
But do athletes pay for this, or do
athletes? Athletes have to pay for it. Yeah, exactly. Well,
okay.
Were you thinking that it was for free, Dirk?
Hang on one second.
Because Dirk, Matt is weg. Kunnen lekker terug in het Nederlands klappen. Nee, we zijn nog niet in die mate gevorderd.
Nee, maar ik denk een NLOSF en een BOCA zouden dat misschien betalen. Als uit de bonden betalen dat.
We ain't got the money for it. The federations, at least we don't. No, Dirk asked me a question, Matt. We are not.
Is he back?
Can't you see him? Can't you see your camera, Dirk? Oh, okay.
Hello.
You can't see Matt?
Hello. You're back. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
you're not missing anything.
We're talking about athletes having to pay for registration.
So.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Go ahead.
So what is the registration going to cost? Is that what you were asking?
No, I was wondering if the federations were paying for the athletes, but they're not, I hear. So the athletes have to pay a registration.
No.
We didn't talk about how much.
The federations aren't. As I speak for myself, at least, BOCRA, or the Belgian Federation, is not that rich enough to pay everything for his athletes, because we simply don't get any money from the government because we're not recognized yet. So, but I hope that for the future that will change. We'll see. But I think our sport now is a little bit too young to have this kind of organization, which, let's say, for example, athletics or swimming or whatever, those federations are paying for the athletes. Now that is too early.
Okay.
At least that is the idea for the future.
is that the countries themselves would send their athletes and pay for their
Yeah.
registration.
Exactly. That is for the future, but it's too early now. First, we have to do some other things.
Okay.
So you have to qualify, then your federation has to pick you to send you to the World Championships, and then as an athlete you have to register for the event.
That's for
Exactly.
that's only for the 100-meter though. The other ones anybody can sign up for, right?
No, it isn't. No, for every single distance you have to qualify. For the 3K, for the 15K, people for the teams are picked by the federations because we
Okay.
only got 4 different teams. Males. No, sorry. Yeah.
Okay, so you're going to put on. Okay, so the 15K, for example, right?
Yeah.
Each country is going to send however many athletes they want, 2, 10, 20, right?
Yeah.
Now there's a limit, right?
There is a limit.
Per age group.
There is a limit of 5 people, each category, each gender, each age group. So you can send 5 14-year-old men. That's maximum. And the youngest is between 16 and 17.
So I see what Dirk is getting at now. Then Dirk is saying, congratulations, you've earned the right to represent your country. Now pay us to do the race. That's what you're getting at, Dirk. That it would be better if the countries actually sent their athletes, even if they didn't pay the travel, if they at least covered the registration, which I think that makes sense.
Yeah,
I'm trying to find where can you actually. So how does one? When is registration actually? Like, so is there an actual opening of registration, or is just all internal? The federations will be sending you their athletes and where they need to press register, or how does that actually work?
People can start registering from beginning of January, but they have to be on the list of the federation. So first of all, you have to qualify for your own federation, and if you're qualified, then you make your inscription.
All right.
That is how it works.
I guess my country should figure out what we're doing then, because we don't really have much of a federation here. So I guess they should figure out what they're doing. So if you're an American, I guess call USA OCR and find out who they're picking. Is that what they should do?
Exactly. That is what I do. Yeah.
Okay.
And they pick their best. At least every single federation should organize the qualification races for itself. If they don't have any races, then their athletes can participate in another country, which from time to time we'll do. We cooperate with other countries. Like, for example, we got some competitions in Holland, and there are some Dutch athletes who will compete in Belgium, for example. And Denmark is doing the same thing for other countries, and Sweden and whatever. So, but it has to be under command, that's not the exact word, under control of, excuse me, Matt, English is not my
You're doing
mother
great
language. Okay.
You're doing great.
So at least it has to be under control of a natural federation. Yeah, that is what it is.
Okay, well, I don't think we knew this, so this is good news for us to learn. We're used to just like there's a world championship, whether it's Spartan or Adventure, we pay our money, we go. Well, I mean, they do have qualification races, but it's not hard. It's like top 10 at a Spartan or top 10 at, Battle Frog or whatever. It's not really that hard. This is, you must be chosen by
exactly.
your country's federation, and America does not have a very strong federation.
I cannot speak for the American Federation.
Well, neither can I, and I only know it exists because this is my job. But I think most people have no clue. So, I'll have a call with them soon and ask them what the heck is going on.
Because make sure this is the first step, and we will do this for a few years. I don't know. I can't see in the future. But what we intending to do is that we are going to make a global ranking system, which every federation has a global ranking system, and then you can collect points in your own country, in your continent, so that the best of the best will go to the World Champs. That is what it is. For now on, if you let's say if you're the best of your country, but you really shitty, you're this. No, I saw some really strange things. You know that in a way, there was this year when there were several people doing bobsleigh from Jamaica.
Right.
Remember that? There
Of
was a
course.
film about it,
Yes.
which is quite bizarre because they don't have any eyes on Jamaica. So what I do mean is that only the best of the best should compete in world championships. Now it is every single federation can choose by number or by qualification or whatever, who am I going to send to the world champs?
Arm wrestling. That's what we should decide.
Yeah.
Strong. Just if you can beat them in arm wrestling, those are your guys. What do you think about all this? Do you think this is good, Dirk?
I think it's hard to get your 5,000 athletes that you want. Because I know for the Netherlands, we don't have a lot of qualifying events. And you have to participate in 3 or 4, I think. So I think it's hard to even qualify to be picked. So if it's in every country the same, I don't know if it's going to be really busy. You know what I mean, Ronnie?
Definitely, I know what you mean, but it's a decision which is made, and it's not up to me to say no, everybody can participate. It's a decision which is made. You have to be a member of your national federation and you have to qualify. Yeah. How you're going to do it, it's up to your own federation. Let's say, for example, Great Britain, they are doing fine. They got more than 1,000 athletes, members. They got a lot of competitions going on in the UK. So we probably will expect a lot of English people.
Right, but you know why they have 1,000. But you know why they have 1,000 members now, and while they'll have many more.
Maybe because of the organization. I don't know. You tell me.
Well, they work very hard, and they're great guys. And the middle of this year, they said if you want to run in a Spartan race, an elite wave, you have to be part of our membership.
Exactly.
So that's why they have 1,000 people.
Yeah. Okay.
So but it's smart on Spartan's part and smart on their part. And maybe that's what America will do to get people involved. I think they were around 600 for a long time on their own, and they're great. And I've had several conversations with James, and I think he's working very hard, but it definitely helps you jump that number if you make it. And that's sort of where this thing gets tricky, is this whole idea of separation of company versus org, because Spartan has now, Spartan Global is partnered with World Obstacle, right? So we used to have something called the Spartan Pro Team, which they said they're going away with, and then they're gonna. Just got nighttime there. What just happened?
No. It's just the light is shining up my head. It looks like
you look fine. It's okay.
I have an idea. Anyway,
it's okay.
Sorry.
It's okay. So they have said they are going to be working more towards a program with the nations, but I also know how horribly inefficient Spartan is. So I would not expect anything for Spartan until maybe 2 months before the event, maybe if we're lucky. So I feel bad for Americans who want to do this, honestly, because we're very slow to this. And if Spartan is in charge, Spartan isn't very good at. You think you're bad at disseminating information? That's like a weekly occurrence over here. We just accept it. The intern made a goof, wrong post again. You know what I mean? So it could be tricky for Americans. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but the big difference between Spartan and World Obstacle is that Spartan is a, how do you say that, commercial organization. They have to earn money. Right. People get paid by Spartan. We work for free.
Right. And so you have this
non-profit. We are a non-profit organization.
I know, but now you've partnered with a for-profit company, the largest obstacle racing company in the world, which is probably a good idea if you could figure out how to make it work.
Yep. Exactly.
But if
was that a question, Matt?
Go ahead, Dirk.
Yeah, if you look at the Adventure World Championships, not all waves are really busy. and the barrier to entry is not that high over there. So you're putting up way more barriers to entry, and you expect that it will be fully filled with athletes, right?
Dirk, do you mean that that is not expensive to compete in the Adventure World Championships?
Oh no, I'm not
Is
talking
that
about
what
money.
you're saying? Oh, I'm sorry. Okay.
Matt, you've been there this year, right?
Yes.
Yes. Were all waves filled with like the 250 athletes?
No.
No. And the barrier to entry is not that high.
Correct.
Okay.
It's gone. It's gone.
What do you mean
You
it's
don't have
gone?
You don't have to qualify to enter.
For age
Only
group.
the elite.
Right.
Only
For
Okay.
age
the
group,
elite.
for age group, there is no barrier. It's just sign up. Correct. So the barrier is even lower. So you see what he's getting at. You see what Dirk is getting at. If they're not filling their race, how would you expect to fill your race with harder qualifications? That's what he's saying.
Correct.
Yeah, guys, is this a question or because?
Yes, it's a question.
Okay, I can't give you an answer. It's
Okay.
it's the way that every single federation works. Athletics work that way. Swimming, all the other federation working that similar way. It's the only way. You have to be member of your federation. Now, you have to compete in your own country, and then you can qualify for world champs. That is how it works. It's not invented by me or by us. And if that means that there will only be 2,000 athletes, it's a pity, but then it will be like this.
I think 2000 would be a victory for you guys.
We'll see. We'll see.
I mean, I think it's a very fair point that Dirk's making, and I would agree with it. And I would.
Do you guys get another suggestion for that? Not that we are going to change things, but what do you suggest? Just let it free for everybody so that Big Hans from Austria can participate also. If Big Hans is a very good one, he can participate, but he do have to make his qualifications.
You can, for example, give the local federations wildcards to fill up your 5 athletes per age group per
They
gender.
They can. It's up to the federations.
Okay, so then there are no qualifications.
It's up to the federations if they are saying that, hey, you know what? We're doing just, I don't know, one race or pick somebody who we're thinking is good. Let's say for the 100 meters. It's like Matt said, not every single federation will organize a 100 meter because it is still new. Not everybody has a 100 meter track because it costs a lot. In 2 minutes, it's gone. So you won't have any big amount of athletes doing this. So if you have to have 5 athletes, maybe those 5 people are the best of the best that you think that they are going to be the best of the best in the 100 meter. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So
then, yeah, I know what you mean now.
Yeah, but because last year, for example, we had this big issue with Italy. Italy was having trouble having athletes enough. But last year for Italy, it was not obligated. Is that correct, guys? Obligated to be a member of a national federation yet last year. But even then, they had not athletes enough. So what they did was sending out some wild cards, as you were saying, Dirk, exactly the same way. And it was up to the national federation to say, hey, you, I know you're good. I know you did not compete several competitions, but I know you're good. We'll give you a wild card. You can compete. And we received some questions from athletes who want to participate European champs because of the wild cards. And there were people that we know they're good because they didn't before. But there also were completely new guys, never ever been to competition. And we said, maybe next year, dude, but not for this year. We haven't seen anything from you, so you won't go to Italy. You know what I mean?
But the
That's
national
a big difference.
federations can decide for themselves.
Exactly.
So, Okay.
What will the penalty system be? I know we've had some different ones over the years. What will the completion versus penalty system be? Do we have that worked out yet?
Yeah, every single obstacle you can only do one attempt. You got 3 bracelets. After your first attempt, if you fail, you lose a bracelet. In the end, you have to have at least have 1 bracelet. You can lose 2, but you can't lose 3.
One
3
attempt.
Pardon?
Only one try?
Only one try. Only one try. In the end, you still have to have at least 1 bracelet, and then you have to do 2 extra penalty loops
At the end.
at the end.
Okay, what do you think about
So-
that? What do you think about that, Dirk?
The bracelets, we see it a lot over here in survival racing. It's a predecessor to OCR, and it's pretty popular in the Netherlands. Pretty technical, and that's where you see the bracelet system. For the rest, you don't see it a lot.
But what do you think about one try, though? I'm not sure I like one try.
It's not much. So you have 2 obstacles with 1
It's
try.
not much. It's just 1 try.
Yeah.
Well, because here's the thing. With multiple try, right? You're basically deciding your own fate, right? Should I keep my bracelet or cost myself more time? And they're in a different lane, right? They have to do the retry lane, right? And so I think for the elites anyway, maybe age group it would cause backups, but for the elites, you do give them at least 3 tries, and then if they don't make it on the second one, they're probably going to bail anyway. But that's just my feeling, because anybody could slip, like, whoops, I slipped, and it's like, well, that's a mistake. But I guess if you've got 3 over the course of a 15K race, I don't know. I feel like more than one try. That was just my personal opinion. I'm not saying it's wrong.
Let me give you an example, Matt. During the European competition in Denmark, there was this guy, I don't know which country he represented. Anyway, he was sitting there on the last final obstacle for several hours. Is what obstacle racing is about? Again and again and again and again and again.
That's his choice, though. He's not going to win any money. That's not it. That's as long as he's not causing a line, who cares?
It has to be fast, spectacular. 1 attempt. If you fail, you still got 2.
But you understand. But you understand. I said more than 1 attempt, and you said this guy's there for several hours, as if there's nothing in between.
There's a middle. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. But still, I saw people suffering from hypothermia because they're freezing,
right?
Because they were standing in the road for just 1 obstacle, and it's just not fair.
So is there anything in between 1 try and hypothermia?
Yeah, like 3 bracelets. 3. It all depends on the obstacles. If you make them way too difficult, if you make them way too technical, and you put them in the same area, like we saw, for example, in Denmark, you entered were you there in Denmark, Matt? It was magnificent, but unfortunately, no, it was well organized, but in the end, there were so many obstacles, and they were so hard to do, and you only have 1 bracelet. You can do as much attempts as you want, but that's not the idea. People were standing in lines for 15 minutes, half an hour.
You keep saying that, and I'm saying, how about 2 or 3 tries? That's all I'm saying. You're talking about hours of lines. I'm like, how about a second attempt?
But how are you going to count them? Do we got marshals enough? Do we got technical officers enough? How are you going to see who's done the second time or not? We had this discussion.
There's very few people in the elite wave. It's very easy. There's very few people in the elite wave.
It's not just the elite wave. You should have the rules for all the athletes, the same rules.
Right, but you can't. But age group is a different event. It's different. It's a whole different thing.
Ronnie, what do you think is going to be the finisher percentage with completion in the age groups?
What I hope or what I will. There are 2 different things.
Yeah, okay, you can answer both.
75%.
is
It
what you
all,
hope.
yeah, no, it's what is going to be, Dirk. It all depends on the obstacles.
One try with 3, you get a DNF, and you think 75%. Okay,
I'm pretty sure of it.
okay, then it's gonna be easier than the last few European Championships.
Yeah, it's easier. It's not just of saying easier. It's doable. You know that and I am not going to complain about Italy because it was okay and it was well organized and it was magnificent. That people in Italy did a great job. But we were telling them up front, those and their obstacles could be maybe a little bit too difficult if you put them together. And they said, we'll see. You know what we saw? There were people there were quite satisfied afterwards, but it was up to them. The tricky thing is that every single obstacle, everybody should or at least could do every single obstacle itself. But it's from time to time, it's the combination of several obstacles on a small distance, and that is what it makes heavy on the end. That is every single time,
Okay.
and that is what we should avoid. Did you, Dirk, for example, ever competed Strong Viking? I guess you did several times.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
It's fun.
There's no 75% if you got bracelets at Strong Viking.
No, but they do penalty loops.
Yeah, of course. But you don't, you have the bracelet system. So.
Yeah. But guys, it still is the World Champs. Those supposed to be the best of the best. But still, Dirk, afterwards, we'll see. I will give you a number of 75%.
Okay.
Otherwise, I will pay you a Belgian beer. Definitely.
Okay, that's good. I'll be there.
2.
So
You'll be there, Dirk.
Yeah.
Well, then
he's going to sleep over there, Matt. Definitely.
It's nearby. You should come.
Well, is there hotels nearby that we can split, Dirk? Airbnb? What do you got over there?
Sure.
Let me tell you something new. We got this gigantic. Dirk probably knows because it's a Dutch company called Center Parks. You know, Dirk? Yeah. And we got this gigantic bungalow park and 20 minutes drive from the venue. And we got a lot of bungalows, and we are going to make an athlete village for up to 3,600 athletes, all in the same area, sleeping in bungalows. And then we are going to provide shuttle buses every single morning and evening. And during holiday, we are going to provide shuttle buses from the athlete village to the venue.
What will it cost? What will the accommodations cost?
Yeah, it starts from 30 euros a day, so which is quite cheap.
No, it's very cheap. But I don't. That's like bunking with like 7 people probably. I don't want to bunk with more than just me and Dirk, and that's it.
No, they've got bungalows from 2, 4, 6, and 8 people. I think.
Yeah. Okay. When will those be available for sale? When can you start? When will those be open?
And next month.
Okay.
Is it mandatory, the athlete village?
Of course it isn't. Everybody can do what they want to do. We also got an agreement with several other hotels.
But it's not in the Olympics, right? So you have to be in the athlete village. So with your Olympic,
it's free for everybody. No. It's free for everybody. But we do got some agreements with other hotels in Genk. 3 different levels, from very good ones, I'm not going to say cheap, till high top lux. You should check the Carbon Hotel in Genk. Oh my God.
Oh, one more thing that I saw on the venue. The venue also has a stadium. Will you be using the stadium steps or the grounds of the stadium?
No, that is the football stadium from Genk, from the football. No, we are not going to use that. No.
Okay.
No.
All right. Well, listen, I think we covered a lot of ground, Ronnie. I think we
Yeah.
we got a lot of questions answered. I'm excited to learn more. This is the first time you and I talked, and I think it went great.
Okay. You guys had a lot of questions. I tried to give you guys some answers, and I don't know if you were satisfied with it, but it is what it is. It's not up to me. It's this whole organization, and we have to look at how it works. It's as simple as that.
All right. Well, they will, the community will let you know. So I'm sure, be looking online after we release this. I'll probably put this out in audio on podcasts and also on video. And so you'll hear from from the people. They'll let you know.
Okay, I'm curious. We'll see.
All right. Well, thanks for joining us for this, Dirk. Do you want to shout out your shop, Dirk, where people can buy things from you?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
Go,
make some promo.
yeah, go to dutchmudman.com and order all your OCR gear.
That's it.
Yeah, that's it.
What about obstacles.com?
That's the news site, the calendar.
Okay. All right. Have a great
People
day.
find that.
Have a great day, everybody.
Okay,
Yeah, you
guys.
too. Thanks.
See you. Have a nice weekend.
Cheers.
Bye.